Welcome to Sportpen.
Great to be here.
Today we're doing a real deep dive, getting into the story of Diego Armando Maradona.
An absolute legend. There's so much there.
Exactly. We want to trace those moments, that sheer determination, those performances that just changed everything, made him the icon he became.
Yeah. And maybe figure out what that thing is, that spark of greatness, how someone like him or certain teams just rewrite the whole narrative of sport.
Right. So let's start at the beginning. Villa Fiorito, Buenos Aires. A shanty town. How much did growing up there fuel him?
Oh, massively. I mean, you can't overstate it. That environment, it builds a certain kind of resilience, street smart quality, that famous Argentine viveza.
Right, that cunning.
Exactly. Survival there requires ingenuity, and you absolutely saw that on the pitch. Plus this fierce loyalty, a connection to his roots. He wasn't just playing for himself.
And the talent was obvious early on. Argentinos juniors spotted him at, 11?
Yeah, ridiculously young. It was just raw ability. The ball control was, uncanny, like it was part of him.
Not just dribbling past people, but...
It was like a dance. And even then, completely fearless, just pure joy in taking players on. It was like a preview of the storm that was coming.
Okay, so that storm hits Europe. Barcelona, 1982, big move. How did he find adapting to the European game then? It was different, right? More physical.
Oh, yeah, definitely tougher. More organized defenses, harder tackles. Barcelona was a real test for him.
So he had to change his game a bit.
He evolved. He never lost that incredible dribbling. That was his trademark, always. But he learned to be maybe a bit more strategic. Blend the individual magic with, a better understanding of the tactical side of European football, sharpening his skills against different challenges.
But then comes Napoli, 1984.
Yeah.
Napoli. Well, they weren't exactly giants back then.
Not at all. They were relegation contenders, often. A city and a club desperate for something, for someone.
And he arrives, famously saying he asked for a Ferrari and I got a Fiat.
Yeah. But his arrival, it wasn't just a player signing. It was like a messiah arriving. The city just embraced him instantly.
And he embraced them back.
Totally. He connected with that Neapolitan spirit, that passion, that resilience against the odds, feeling overlooked by the richer North.
That first win against Juventus must have been something. He scored, right?
Yeah, huge goal. The atmosphere was just electric. It felt like more than just a win. It felt like a shift in power. The city went absolutely wild.
And he became more than a player there, didn't he? Almost part of the city's identity.
Completely. His picture started appearing next to saints in people's homes. He was their hero, representing their defiance.
And when they won that first Serie A title in '87...
Unbelievable scenes. Decades of waiting, finally fulfilled. That famous banner someone hung in the cemetery, "You don't know what you missed." That says it all. It was vindication for the whole city.
And he stayed, even when AC Milan apparently came calling with big money.
Yeah, the story goes he turned them down, chose Naples, the working-class city, over the established giants. That sealed his legendary status there forever. He belonged to them.
Okay, let's shift to the world stage. Mexico, '86. Argentina apparently scraped through qualifying.
Yeah, it wasn't a smooth ride getting there.
But once the tournament started, Maradona just seemed to take over.
He was immense, absolutely dominant. It felt like he just decided Argentina were going to win and dragged them there almost by himself. He wasn't just scoring, he was conducting everything. The pressure must have been incredible, but he thrived on it.
And then that quarterfinal, England. 2 goals that couldn't be more different, living side by side in history.
Yeah, it's maybe the most talked about game ever.
First, the hand of God.
Pure audacity. Street smarts, maybe? Controversial doesn't even cover it. His comment later about symbolic revenge for the Falklands War just added fuel to the fire.
It sparked endless debate, right? Fairness, sportsmanship.
Absolutely. But love it or hate it, it's pure Maradona. Seizing the moment any way he could.
And then, just minutes later, the polar opposite, the goal of the century.
Just breathtaking. From his own half, weaving past player after player. Pure, unadulterated skill. Genius.
He said he was looking to pass initially.
Yeah, apparently to Valdano. But then the space closed, so he just kept going. Improvisation at its finest. And his little joke about the English defenders being noble for not fouling him.
Tells you how others usually dealt with him.
Exactly. That goal was just a statement, you can't stop me.
Winning that World Cup, it elevated him beyond football in Argentina, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He became a national icon, almost a religious figure for some. He delivered what the country craved. He embodied their pride.
Even later, the struggles he faced.
Yeah, the addiction issues, which sadly started back in Naples, really cast a shadow. That '94 World Cup return was symbolic.
Helping them qualify, scoring that great goal.
And then the ban for the drug test. It was like national mourning. It just showed how much he meant, how intertwined he was with the country's identity and hopes.
It's such a complex picture, the highs and the lows.
Incredibly complex. The pressure he was under, unimaginable, really. The addiction was a tragic part of his story, revealing a vulnerability beneath the godlike status.
He was also very outspoken, wasn't he? Politically, socially.
Yeah, he never shied away from his beliefs. His background in Villa Fiorito clearly informed his views. He supported causes, spoke out against imperialism, felt a connection to the struggles of ordinary people. That never left him.
He apparently supported quite a few families financially, too.
Reports say around 50 families, yeah. And stories like him playing that charity match in Naples back in '84 for Sick Kid, even when his club and insurers were against it. It shows that side of him.
And his personality in the dressing room. Described as a rebel, but also loved by teammates.
Another paradox, right?
Right.
He could defy authority, but apparently his discipline regarding football itself was intense. Teammates seemed to adore him. He brought joy, belief.
A leader, then, but maybe different from, say, Messi's quieter style.
Very different. More vocal, more outwardly passionate, perhaps. He inspired this incredible faith that survivor's intelligence people talk about from his upbringing probably played into his leadership, too. He knew how to connect, how to motivate.
So, putting it all together, the skill, the controversies, the leadership, the connection with people, what is Diego Maradona's lasting legacy?
It's just huge, multifaceted. You've got the undeniable magical skill, arguably the greatest natural talent ever, the ability to lift teams like Napoli in Argentina '86 beyond their collective level.
Almost single-handedly at times.
It felt like it. Then there's the controversies, the off-field stuff. You can't ignore that.
Yeah.
But the connection he had with fans, especially in Argentina and Naples, it was visceral.
The cultural impact to songs, tattoos, even a church.
Incredible, isn't it? The debate about the greatest of all time, him, Pelé, Messi, Cruyff, will go on forever. He didn't win a Ballon d'Or during his peak because only Europeans were eligible.
Oh, people forget that.
But they gave him an honorary one later, acknowledging his impact. Ultimately, he's remembered as this flawed genius, maybe the ultimate flawed genius in sport, who brought so much joy, so much pride.
His death in 2020 certainly showed that impact. The global reaction was immense.
A truly global outpouring of grief. And the plans for the mausoleum in Buenos Aires. His legend is secure. It will endure.
Diego Maradona. The name itself just evokes so much brilliance, rebellion, passion, that deep, deep connection with ordinary people. His story really does go beyond sport, doesn't it?
It really does. It's about identity, politics, culture, and the enduring power of one individual's talent to capture the world's imagination. A true force of nature.
Well, that's all we have time for in this deep dive.
It's been fascinating to revisit his story.
Thanks for listening to Sportpen.